Hi, I'm Michael Smith for Nevada Trails. Tonight I have a very special show. I have Chris Baer, one of my all-time favorites, and we're going to do a show on ragtime, and he's going to teach me about the ragtime and what's happening in Nevada for ragtime. And basically, I've loved your ragtime stuff you've done before, and I've seen it, and thank you for coming to Nevada
Hey,
Trails.
Michael, great to be here.
Well, you do a lot of good things in the community for your music, and I hear you play at Coma Coffee all the time.
Well, yeah, I'm down there every Monday at noon playing the ragtime guitar, and it's thought I'd come on today and talk a little bit about ragtime guitar. Maybe somebody will get interested. That would be great.
Well, I like to have young people learn about ragtime and
Sure.
keep it going, and
Sure.
that's one reason why I like you so much, because you do a lot of history. And last time
Well, I love the old stuff, and the past is prologue, as they say.
yeah, well, you learn from the past, and last time you were here, you did the Gold Rush banjo, and I absolutely love that. So tonight we're going to do ragtime.
That's right. Well, let's do a little ragtime.
Awesome. The harmonica and the guitar at the same time. I just
Isn't
think
that something?
that's very, very
Yeah,
talented.
yeah. I don't know how I do that.
I think it's probably practice.
Well, I've been playing ragtime guitar now for about 45 years.
45.
Yeah, when I was a kid, this was back in the 60s. Everybody wanted to finger pick the guitar, so I'd spend hours learning this song. Railroad Bill, he never worked and he never will. He's gonna ride. Then on the railroad track one day, picked up the harmonica and I started going.
Awesome. Well, we were talking last show about you were teaching a young man the banjo. Is that still happening?
Oh, I'm occasionally now and then. Yes, I have banjo students, and not many ragtime guitar students. And this kind of style is not real current in this area. Although I must say, there's a great ragtime guitar revival across the nation. You go on the internet, you'll see lots of people are playing. That finger picking style, which is sort of where you divide the bass notes of the guitar, like the left hand of the piano. You play that bass with the thumb, and then you take the top three strings and you play the melody. Let's let's get another harmonica out here. Oh, I got the right one. And we'll do another little rag. So we'll show you how that works.
Okay.
So we have this bass going, right? Like the left hand of the piano. And then we add this syncopated melody with the fingers. Then we get ambitious, we add the harmonica. Then we go up the neck.
Awesome.
It's fun stuff. It's
That's-
fun
that's
stuff.
fun.
And
Well-
you play it on little guitars, because a lot like classical music, you need little small punchy guitars with wide necks, not great big, big country music guitars, but little tiny ragtime parlor guitars, and you get that punchy sound going. Of course, the other thing that's related to it is blues guitar, which is old time rural blues
I
is
love
also
blues.
played in pretty much the same style. It's not as complicated in terms of the chord progression, but you got that same syncopated style.
Awesome.
So,
All right.
So that blues, a little sloppier sometimes.
I love the blues.
You just play. So that's that whole southern style of early jazz and ragtime on stringed instruments.
Well, you've mentioned teaching young people, but how'd you get your start? Did you have a relative? Or
That's a good question. My mommy took me down to the guitar store in 1964, and there was a banjo player there who also knew how to play what we called back then Travis picking. It was called a lot of things. Goes back to the 20s and the 30s, but it was Merle Travis had been doing it in the 50s, and they called it Travis picking, and learned that basic kind of stuff, and I've been playing it ever since. And lots of ragtime pieces. If you come down to Comma Coffee on, little plug here,
Mondays?
On Mondays at noon, you'll see me and fellow Gary on the professor on the cowbell. You'll see Mr. Spoons on the spoons, and you'll see Uncle Jack on the washboard. And
Washboard, but I remember you said something about the bones, and I still don't understand.
Yeah, Mr. Spoons also plays the bones.
I don't know what the bones are.
That's the bones. You have to come down to Comma. You bring your camera.
I got to learn the bones.
Yeah, come visit.
I was trying to get him to come here.
We'll get Keith. We'll get the whole crew. We'll do a roving Michael show.
But yeah, okay.
Nevada Trails on the trail.
I like that, and we'll do an education on the bells.
Exciting. Yes, you can interview the bell player.
I
He has
like that.
bicycle bells. We have cowbells and more cowbell.
Well, where I'm from, we have the washboard and the saw
We have
too.
the washboard. Right. So it's quite percussive.
So your mom took you to the guitar
To
store?
the guitar store, and
And
I spent years, going in bed at night, trying to get the fingers to do that.
That's awesome. Well, we'll be taking a short break in about a minute or so, but so you progress from, this is your self-taught from after going to the guitar
Well,
store?
then you got to go out and you got to learn a lot of old songs, all that American music.
So who was
from-
your first impression?
Well, my first impression was my daddy.
All right.
Yeah, my daddy was an old saloon singer, and his daddy was a saloon singer, and his daddy was a saloon singer. I come from a long line of saloon
That's
singers.
right.
If you go to my website, nevadamusic.com,
Well, go out and give
you can see photos of my line of saloon singing ancestors. My dad's dad, and my dad's dad, all the way back to 1861.
Well, we're going to take a short break now. When we come back, Chris is going to tell me about his dad's influence on his musical career.
Yes.
And tell you what, I really do appreciate you being here because that is first
Oh,
class.
it's fun. It's fun.
Well, anyways, thank you. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Fish and Game Warden Patrick Foy. Boaters at Lake Tahoe should expect watercraft inspections at all launch sites around the lake. These inspections are designed to prevent the destructive spread of zebra and quagga mussels as well as other aquatic invasive species. If brought into Lake Tahoe, invasive species will damage boats and the pristine waters and be impossible to remove. Remember to clean, drain, and dry your boat every time before entering a new body of water. Clean boats stop aquatic hitchhikers.
What lies beyond the curve in the trail? What secrets are there? My feet carry me into its veiled mystery, and I want to taste the sweet air and hear the song bestowed by nature. Just this once. Until the next curve, the next trail, the next walk through the Carson Valley. The Genoa Foothill Trail System will connect the Carson Valley with the Tahoe Rim Trail, providing a wonderful trail system near the oldest town in Nevada. This is just one of many projects the Carson Valley Trails Association is working on for our communities, but we cannot do it alone. Please contact us by visiting our website and find out about becoming a member or signing up to help build our community trails. We're looking forward to seeing you out in the most beautiful land Nevada has to offer.
Hi, we're back, and Chris Bear was telling me about his daddy was an influence, and you said he was a saloon singer.
Oh yes, after he retired as a famous test pilot, he spent the last many years, several decades of his life schmoozing and being a character at various functions. He had grown up. His father was a vaudeville singer in the 20s, and his father's father was a Civil War musician. But back to growing up on my daddy's knee. Here's one of those sentimental songs my father always used to sing to me. I'll be down to get you in a taxi, honey. You better be ready about 8:30. Now, baby, don't be late. I wanna be there when the band starts playing. Remember when we get there, honey, the 2 steps. I'm gonna have them all. Dance off both of my shoes when they play those Jelly Roll Blues. Tomorrow night at the Docktown Strutters Ball.
Fantastic. Woo!
Yes, I'm sure my grandfather sang that in the 20s, which is a tune written back in 1918 by Sheldon Brooks, an African American songwriter. And after my father passed away, the saloon mantle fell on my meager shoulders, and I really started thinking about learning a lot more of those old songs. I had heard them all my life, but I play at the Red Dog Saloon sometime here with the girls. You can see the girls here with us today.
They're waving
right?
at you.
Yeah, it's and other saloons, Kama Coffee, the Red Dog Saloon. Sometimes on Sundays with the band. The band's name is Large Bills Accepted. Go to the website nevadamusic.com. You can see pictures of us there in our glory. We'll be at Kama Coffee Nevada Day, and if this show shows after Nevada Day, look for us there. The next Nevada Day, June, has had us a couple years, so we have our fingers crossed that we'll get back there, because that's Carson City's Community Arts Center. It's just full of stuff.
Well, you're very, very, very good, and so when you progress and you kept on practicing, obviously you've been doing it for 45 years. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite part of doing all this? I mean, is it educating kids or just getting out there and doing it?
I just like to play. I mean, I'll play at home by myself. I mean, I don't think you don't do it for the money, although the money would be good if someone's out there. Okay.
Well, yes.
Or the fame. I'm waiting for the fame, but you're helping with that. Thanks, Michael.
Well, yes, everyone gets
really
famous on this
appreciate it.
show.
By the way, we need to buy you a cup of coffee.
I would love that.
Yes. A lot of times people do a free show like this and never get a cup of coffee, but we're going to buy you a cup of coffee.
Well, I would be very honored.
Yes. But fundamentally, what makes you play is you like to play. It isn't really because you're very good. It isn't really because people like you. You have to like to play, and I just like to play.
Well, it shows.
Yeah,
That's what I enjoy.
I'll sit there at home and work on ragtime pieces, and great fun.
Well, a lot of the ragtime shows that I've seen, a lot of these are your own songs.
Well, I write songs, and I'll learn a lot of the standards, because you won't. Now, a lot of people out there are going to recognize this if they're of a certain era, but others are going to go, what is he playing? It's a nice tune, but what is that? Grab your coat and get your hat, leave your worries on the shore. Anyway, it's an old swing tune, and so I'll work through some of the standards, and then I like to write songs too.
Yes.
Speaking of which, you had talked about my song. This song I wrote was inspired by a bumper sticker I saw at a souvenir store in Virginia City.
Well, I was running late today, and I called Keith. And I said, Keith, I'm running late. Tell Chris I'm running late because I didn't want to be running late with you. And I thought, someone honked. And I thought of that song that I absolutely love. And could you play that for me?
Yes, this song is, so folk music is so soulful. Driving along in my foreign car, talking to Fred down at the bar. I may be slow, but I'm not alone. Quit honking, I'm on the phone. Quit honking, I'm on the phone. Turning left over a cone, you spastic wacko low-life drone. Quit honking, I'm on the phone. Fred says, hey, what you listening to? 5 dead animals at the zoo. That trucker thinks I'm in his zone. Quit honking, I'm on the phone. Quit honking, I'm on the phone. Turning left over a cone, you spastic wacko low-life drone. Quit honking, I'm on the phone.
That's awesome. I love that song. It's perfect.
Yeah, it was a great bumper sticker, and I saw it. I said, "That's a song title." So, and it's kind of quiet in here, just playing the guitar, which is really nice. But when we do this, amplified, we can turn on. And the great thing about amplification is you can take a little guitar like this and get loud and have a big sound system and stuff. Boy, this ragtime music, I'm telling you, people, it cooks.
Yeah.
This stuff really cooks. It sounds kind of soft and folky here, but you get this cranked up a little bit, and boy, it's toe tap and dance music.
It makes you want to move. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just fun, and you just start singing along, and you want to make sounds. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, well, and sometimes when we play it out at the farmers market for Linda here on 3rd Street. Great, the farmers market on 3rd Street, Carson, is Saturday mornings in the summer is just gorgeous, and trees, kids. Oh, it's fun, great fruits and vegetables. But we're playing out there, and people bring their small children out because it's early in the morning, and the kids are still semi-alert and functioning, and so are the parents. And we'll have 10. We'll put some shakers out, and we'll have 10 kids lined up doing this with us. And it's not me; it's really the cowbell. It's the cowbell and the spoon player and the washboard, and these kids are just out there pounding away and having a great time.
The total assembly of sound. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's all fun.
It's very, very rhythmic music. It dates back to the days when people really danced in step with the music, and ragtime has that syncopated lift. It lifts, makes you jump in the air because it's got that.
Yeah, and it always makes me happy. That's what I like about
swing.
it.
It's what Scott Joplin called swing. If we do a swing rhythm, let's just show a swing rhythm here.
I love it. You're very, very, very good. Your dad would be very, very proud.
Well, he did that. He did that. Those old tunes, a lot of those old tunes, and I heard them all my life. And I'm sure, and my grandfather was a vaudeville singer in the vaudeville theater, and later called square dances. One of these days we'll get me and on the fiddle in here, and we'll bring Mary in. And we'll,
You have a fiddle too?
yeah, I'll play the fiddle.
And
I play old time fiddle. We'll get Mary in here. We'll do some old time dance music. But today let's stick to ragtime.
Okay, but you mentioned Mary. Is she one of your?
Mary is a friend, fabulous clawhammer, old time Appalachian style clawhammer banjo player. Lives right here in town.
Well,
She's
fantastic. She's always welcome. Anybody, it's your show if you want.
Yeah. She's
You got
great.
Carte blanche here.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, back to ragtime music. Got more trouble than I can stand. Ever since ragtime struck the land, I never seen such a sight in my days. Everybody's got the ragtime craze. I held it off just as long as I could. Now I've got it and I've got it good. I never wanted it in mine, but I'm standing right in line. I got a ragtime dog and a ragtime cat. I play ragtime banjo in my ragtime flat. Ragtime clothes from my head to my shoes. I read a paper called the Ragtime News. I got ragtime habits and I talk that way. I sleep in ragtime and I rag all day. I got ragtime troubles with my ragtime wife. I'm living a ragtime life. I went to church on Sunday morn. The hymns were in ragtime, sure as you're born. The grip man plays it on his gong. Clocks and watches are run all wrong. Cakewalk music is in the air. You can't dodge it, it's everywhere. I never wanted it, you see, but now I must agree. I got a ragtime dog and a ragtime cat. I play ragtime banjo in my ragtime flat. Ragtime clothes from my head to my shoes. I read a paper called the Ragtime News. I got ragtime habits and I talk that way. I sleep in ragtime and I rag all day. Ragtime troubles with my ragtime wife. I'm living a ragtime life.
You're absolutely the best. We're down to our last minute, and probably be good to
NevadaMusic.com.
say your website
Thanks, Michael.
and say probably come a coffee on Mondays at
Mondays
noon.
at noon, come on down.
And for the last 45 seconds, can you lead us out with a good 45-second song? Awesome. Thank you very much for being on Nevada Trails.
Driving along in my foreign car, talking to Fred down at the bar. I may be slow, but I'm not alone. Quit honking, I'm on the phone. Quit honking, I'm on the phone. Turning left.